From the New York Times, Taylor Swift has formally endorsed Kamala Harris. Her Instagram post backing the vice president came shortly after Ms. Harris and former President Donald Trump had stepped off the debate stage. I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump's MAGA diehards are bad for his campaign. Donald Trump's moderate fans are the best possible thing for his campaign. Now, hold on. Don't get your panties in a bunch here, gentlemen. I am not saying that it is a bad thing that Trump has diehard supporters. Trump's diehard supporters do great things for him. They donate to him. They rally for him. These are all really, really great things. But in the PR space, with Taylor Swift, we all expected her to endorse the Democrat anyway. But she is leveraging this, online memery and things against Trump as her vehicle to deliver an endorsement for Harris as an attack vector. This shouldn't exist. Joe Rogan is a bigger issue, in my opinion. Joe Rogan said RFK Jr. is the only one that made sense. And he got roasted for it. Trump said he's going to get booed at UFC. I said to these MAGA guys, stop. Why are you attacking moderates? You need to try and befriend them. And they just go, he's a stupid guy. I didn't like his show anyway. And then RFK Jr. endorses Donald Trump. And RFK comes out and says, a Trump victory is an RFK victory. Why did Joe go and attack Joe Rogan? Right now, could you imagine this? Joe Rogan says RFK Jr. is the only one that makes sense. Imagine if the entire Trump sphere of the biggest supporters, the diehards with millions of followers, said, we love you, Joe. We love you, Joe. We're huge fans of your show. We know you're a smart guy. We know you're paying attention. Hopefully you'll come around. Then RFK endorses Trump. And then every single MAGA guy could have been like, Joe, the door is open. RFK is with us. Are you? Instead, they insult and attack the guy. And he says, all they're going to do is attack you. And you push him away. And now that a lost opportunity. I am going to tell you right now, I was right. Okay. I'm not right about everything. I'm wrong about a lot of things. Okay. But I was saying it. RFK Jr. is on Team Trump right now. The opportunity was to go to Joe and just be like, we've always been nice to you. We're big fans of your show. How do you deny it at this point? If RFK Jr. is the only one that makes sense, you got to vote for Trump. Don't get me wrong, the argument still exists, but it's a weakened position. Taylor Swift put out a statement. But the picture of her cat, it's a nice cat. I like the cat. Okay. And they say, look what they made her do. I say, here we go. Don't give the attack vector. But hey, look, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to say this. I don't care what you guys do. You do whatever you want to do. I'm going to do me. I have never attacked Taylor Swift, and it's for this reason. I don't know or care. Okay. She's a prominent celebrity, and I want to win her over as a friend. Plus, her pop songs are good. People are like, her songs are terrible. They're bad. No, they're objectively good songs. She wouldn't have hundreds of millions of fans, okay, if her songs were bad. Like, don't give me that. It's like when people say Trump's a moron. He's a billionaire. Yeah, well, he got lucky. No, he didn't. He's a smart guy who knows how to run business. You don't get to these positions by accident. Taylor Swift makes great pop music, and people start attacking her, ragging on her. And now look where we are. Taylor Swift was one of America's most celebrated pop culture icons, an enormous following. Blah, 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 blah. She endorsed Kamala Harris after the debate. She said, like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. She signed her post Childless Cat Lady. Okay, well, I think they're not giving the full breakdown. Let me just do this. Let me pull up Taylor Swift on Instagram to read you the full statement. It's because New York Times sucks. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here with her picture of her cat and her endorsement of Kamala Harris. So here we go. She says, as a voter, I make sure to watch and read. So they broke down her statement wrong. Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues and at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about the proposed policies and plans for this country. Recently, I was made aware that AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to his site. It really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion that I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as the voter. as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is with the truth. She goes on to say, I'll be supporting Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. They fight for the rights and causes that I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she's a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. I've done my research and I've made my choice. Your research is all yours to do, and the choice is yours to make. I also want to say, especially to first-time voters, remember that in order to vote, you have to be registered. I also find it's much easier to vote early. I'll link where to register and find early voting dates and info in my story. With love and hope, Taylor Swift, Childless Cat Lady. And there are no comments. They have been disabled. Now, of course, I'm sure we can easily just pull up. Does she not allow comments on any of her posts? That's right. It looks like she doesn't allow any comments on any of her posts. You know why? Her comment section would be inundated by people right now criticizing her. But you know what? It's a powerful endorsement. And I believe I have the story here. Where is it? It flipped it on me, huh? It does that. It does that. Flipping it on me. Here we go. We got these different browsers pulled up. Here we go. Donald Trump reacts to Taylor Swift, saying she will probably pay a price in the marketplace for Harris endorsement. Taylor Swift was likely going to endorse Kamala Harris no matter what. They were going to find a reason to spin this and harm Donald Trump. That's why the risk is always you are on the uphill battle. You can't make these mistakes. Now, I got to tell you, I don't think Taylor Swift knows up from down on politics. I don't think she knows left from right on politics. But I think she does great music. She's a celebrity with a lot of influence. And I got to tell you, her fan base, millennial women, they are using her as a motivating factor to get people to vote. Now it's September. We'll see what Taylor Swift has to say. But I will say this. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, she gets attacked relentlessly by the right. It's frustrating. It's stupid. It is just so dumb. Man. I'm flabbergasted by it. The attacks on moderates, independent celebrities, it's just begging to lose. When Taylor Swift was at these football games, and still is, by the way, many people on the right were saying she's going to endorse Kamala Harris, or at the time it was Joe Biden, right? And she's a shill. People were saying she was a psyop, all this stuff. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Right now, there's 38-year-old dad or 40-year-old dad with his teenage daughter, and she comes in and says, Dad, are you watching football? And he's like, yeah, what's up? She goes, can I watch it with you? And he's going to be like, you want to watch football? And she goes, Taylor Swift is going to be there. And he's like, all right, let me grab the chips. You want a soda? She'll be like, yeah. Dad and his daughter are now watching a football game together because she wants to see Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, who is not Cardi B, who is not singing about WAP or other garbage things. The opportunity for guys, for millennial guys, was to say to these younger women, I'm glad that, imagine a dad sitting with his daughter being like, I'm glad we're hanging out. Create those bonding moments. Look, all of these whack job weird lefties have daddy issues. Taylor Swift was creating a great opportunity for bonding. And you needed to approach it as an understanding, reasoned, and wise man. That is to say, right now, the reaction to Taylor Swift's endorsement, of course, is insult, animosity, cringe, psyop. I ain't going to play those games because I play to win. And my strategy here is make friends. I want my Democrat friend to be like, Tim's a reasonable guy. It was Ian was saying this. Ian Crossland on Timcast IR was talking about how when Jamie Raskin, I think this is what he said. Jamie Raskin played a clip of me reading a Fox article claiming I was calling for, violence or whatever on January 6th. He said that actually was kind of a big wake up moment for his parents because they were like, what? That's not anything you guys talk about. That's crazy. Here's what I want. I want the uninitiated Taylor Swift fan who says, I'm going to vote for Kamala, to be like, those guys were always nice to me. That's it. It's too bad. You can't control it. And they know it and they exploit it. So, hey, look, far be it from me. I'm influential to a certain degree. I'm not influential enough, and that's fine. There's no power that's going to get Trump supporters to stop attacking their political rivals. I got to tell you, man, Donald Trump is the salesman. He knows how to get the job done. And I was talking about this with, I was talking about this on the show a moment ago, but I've talked about it quite a bit in terms of social engineering and manipulation and sales and all the things. You have to approach anyone you are trying to sell as a friend. Rapport is the first step in any sale or social engineering or whatever. So let me tell you how much I love this, right? One of my favorite manipulation con things is you can see con artists talk about this. They'll make a phone call and they need to get something done and it's a guy on the phone. And let's say they want to get a refund on something they don't deserve a refund on, or they want to get information. They try to use relatability. So one of the best examples, a guy calls and he gets a guy on the phone and he's like, look, man, I'm working late. They got me working late because there's some router issue. I'm losing my mind over here. Could you check the router for me? And there should be some numbers on the back. And then the guy goes, look, man, I'm busy. I don't know. Can you call back later? And the guy goes, look, dude, I got to get home. My wife's been nagging me all day, okay? We're supposed to go out for dinner, but now my boss got me working late. I can't leave until it gets done. Please, dude, help a brother out. Relatability. The nagging wife is one of the old classic tricks. And then the guy on the other end laughs and goes, I know, bro. I've been there. Let me get the number for you. It's a manipulation of how I feel. So when we're talking about how to convince people and try and win hearts and minds, you know what you want to do? Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris. So when you see someone who is a mindless Taylor Swift fan, and I'm not saying they're stupid, I'm saying their focus is, I love Taylor Swift, I don't know nothing about politics. Okay? Your response always has to be, oh, Swiftie. Yeah, Taylor Swift's pretty good. If you're a guy, if it were me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not like a huge Taylor Swift fan or anything like that. I don't like buy her albums or any, but her songs are great. I mean, there's a reason why she's a legend. She got a few songs that I think are really, really great. Shake It Off, of course. Classic. You have to have rapport. Then this person says, oh, yeah, you like Taylor Swift too. And then for a dad and his daughter, let's say the dad's in his 50s, his daughter's in her 20s, she's going to be voting. He could be like, oh, yeah, Taylor Swift, she's fun. She does fun stuff. I'm glad that you got, it's much better than that Cardi B, right? And instead, we have anger and animosity. Share of respondents who consider themselves Taylor Swift fans. It is largely 18 to 44-year-old women, female voters. You've got to approach them as friends with rapport. This is what happens. Now, of course, we have the political impact of Taylor Swift, and you can see May 29, 2020. Look at what Taylor Swift's tweet was back then. After stoking the fires of white supremacy and racism your entire presidency, you have the nerve to feign moral superiority before threatening violence. When the looting starts, the shooting starts, we will vote you out in November. Taylor Swift, of course, is going to go left, but she is looking for opportunities, attack vectors, to go after the right, and you have to diminish them. So here we are. Childless cat lady Taylor Swift, she says. Don't give them the opportunities. But hey, look, man, part of me feels that everything we're seeing has gone to the point of dominoes falling over. As if anyone's going to convince a bunch of middle of the road, average American indignant individuals to adhere to a long-term political strategy, right? There's nothing I can do or say to convince Trump's most diehard supporters to stop insulting and attacking moderates and celebrities. They're going to do it because that's how they feel. And that will be weaponized against Donald Trump. And where we end up? Well, I'll pull up the Silver Bulletin. And of course, right now, following the debate, as of yesterday, Donald Trump dropped to 61.3% chance to win to Harris's 38.4. It is still Trump's to lose. However, we know where this is going, especially with the endorsement of Taylor Swift. Nate Silver is going to come out and say several things. Kamala was better at the debate. Trump made a mistake. The polls are going to improve because Kamala proved X, Y, and Z. Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris. She's going to get a big bump. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think Taylor Swift's endorsement is actually that big a deal. Not at all. Taylor Swift's endorsement is to a bunch of millennial women who are 70% Democrat already. So what is she going to do or say, right? But I'll give a shout out while we're recording to Mr. Obvious, verified in the chat, saying, idiots should be mocked. Tim, you don't convince anyone. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to get people like you or Cat Turd to understand the politics of persuasion. Maybe you should take a look at what Scott Adams has to say about a lot of these things, for sure. That guy knows what he's talking about. But I can only tell you that having done the direct activism, what I see, like on the ground for numerous organizations, you know, it's fascinating that there are people who just don't care. Make Trump the enemy. Make him the bad guy. It's fascinating to me that people on the right understand the meme where the Democrats push the middle of the road guy into the arms of Republicans. And the Republican says, are you all right? And the Democrat says, why are you siding with them? It's funny that that comic exists. Let me pull that one up. Red, blue guy, push, siding with them. Let me pull that one up. Oh, silly. Come on, Google. Oh, here we go. There's a bunch of different versions of it. Open in new tab, pull the image up, and let's roll. Here we go. Here's the meme. There's a guy he's white. On the left is a blue guy. On the right is a red guy. And he says both sides make some good points. The blue guy shoves the dude. The red guy catches him. He says, you all right? Yeah, thanks. The Democrat then goes, why are you siding with the bad guys? Now, you got to tell me how it is that Republicans can understand this meme and then gloat and laugh about the fact that they literally do the same thing the Democrats do in this comic. So if you're not smart enough to understand that you are becoming the blue guy, shoving middle of the road people into the hands of Democrats, well, then you deserve to lose. That's it. Don't take it from me. Take it from the meme, which is pointing out this is what Democrats have been doing for a long time. Why is Elon Musk voting for Trump? Why is he going to help run the Department of Government Efficiency? Doge, by the way. Because of this. Why are moderates and disaffected? Why are there disaffected liberals? Why are there post-liberals? Because of this. And then I watched the Trump's most ardent supporters do the same thing the Democrats did. I got to tell you, man, you know what really grinds my gears is the weak meme energy from a lot of these people. Weak memes. They're bad memes, some of the worst. And people praise the bad memes. No, I'm going to show you a good meme. I'm going to show you a good meme, and I'm going to break it down for you, okay? I'm scrolling down from before debate night, and I'm going to show you a good meme from Donald Trump. Jack Posobiec says, the madman. And Trump posted this image of him on a private jet with a bunch of ducks and cats. Trump posted this. He also posted a cat in a MAGA hat with a rifle and body armor. This, my friends, these are the 2016 level memes we need to see from Donald Trump. This is masterful memeing right here. Why? It's a silly image. It's funny. To people who don't understand politics, it's just Trump being silly. He's not saying anything crazy. It's just, what does he do? He's a funny guy. However, if you follow politics, this image encapsulates a political speech. That's the power of a meme, condensing the idea into an image. And what's that idea? Illegal immigrants are disrespecting our laws. They're ignoring our laws. They're violating our social customs and norms. There are numerous stories and reports of cats and ducks being eaten. Now, the media claims it's fake news. But there's a picture of a guy carrying a goose. You know, we don't know exactly if that's true. But there's video of a guy at a town hall meeting being like, yo, they're taking ducks from the park. We're watching it happen. This is witness testimony. It's called evidence. Numerous individuals saying, we'll talk about this in the next segment. My point is simply, when Trump posted the Elon Musk dance, I'm like, no, stop. That is Hillary level memeing. This is the memes we need. You need to be fun and welcoming and exciting and all of that stuff. So by all means, I don't care what you do. You do whatever you want. But I ain't wrong. Donald Trump won largely among, it was 9 million Obama voters switched to vote for Donald Trump because the Democrats went nuts. And now we're seeing more and more people saying the Democrats have gone crazy. I'll be voting Republican for the first time in my life. You cannot attack these people. How many people, big Silicon Valley guys, have we seen who have come out and said, I will not vote Democrat. I am now voting Republican because the Democrats have gone crazy. You need to embrace that message. So when Taylor Swift comes out and says this, the response should be, hey, Taylor, you make great music. You're very influential. And we're sad to see you endorse someone who represents a party that's lost touch with the American people. The working class needs something different. 4 more years of the exact same thing is not what this country needs. That's the response. But we don't get it because people is too heated. We'll see. We got another segment coming up for you in just a moment. This one is the origin of Trump's false claim that immigrants are eating pets. Oh, really? What is this one? The stereotype of immigrants eating dogs and cats is storied and vitriolic as ever. Oh, man. Okay. Here you go. ABC News. Ohio is sending troopers and $2.5 million to a city that has seen an influx of Haitian migrants. A story from yesterday. Now, why are they sending all this money to a town? Could something be happening? Sure. The bizarre debate moment. Trump wildly claimed Haitian migrants are eating pet dogs and cats. That'll be up at 4 p.m. on this channel. For everybody else, we will grab your super chats. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a member by going to timcast.com and clicking join us. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see y'all at 4.